Hey guys, today I am going to be doing an Alesha Dixon inspired makeup look. So this is inspired by the makeup that she was wearing at the MTV European Music Awards last week. I thought she had one of the most beautiful looks, her hair, her makeup, and I even liked her dress, even though there was a bit of controversy. Some people said she was the worst dressed of the night. Totally disagree with that. And don't forget to check out the blog post that goes along with this video. I'll have it linked in the description box. I'll have a picture of Alesha's makeup from the night so you can see what I was aiming for, as well as links and a list of all of the products that I used. So I'm going to start off this tutorial pretty much the same as I did my last one, my Cara Delevingne tutorial. I'm going to use the same base products. So first of all, I'm going to prime my skin with my Arbonne makeup primer. And then use my Arbonne Perfecting Liquid Foundation in the colour Fair. And I'm just really buffing that into my skin with the 102 Silk Finish brush. This is quite a full coverage foundation, so I find you really need to work it into the skin just to sheer it out and make it look a little bit more natural. And I'm going to do the concealer at this point under my eyes and elsewhere on my face, and today I'm using MAC Pro Longwear in NW20. For those of you wondering about my nail polish, I actually remembered to bring it over this time. This is one of the new Witchery nail polishes. Witchery is a clothes store here in Australia. They've just launched a beauty selection or a makeup selection, and unfortunately there is no name, nothing at all, but it's like bright fluorescent pink. So if you're in Witchery, it's the bright pink one. And then I'm going to set my skin with my MAC MINERALIZE Skin Finish in Light, using my ZOEA highlight brush because it's nice and small, so it's great for getting under the eyes and kind of in around the crevices around the nose. So moving on to the brows now, I'm going to keep my brows quite natural. I want to slightly exaggerate the lift and the arch just to kind of open my eyes up a little bit more, but keep them natural kind of colour wise. I don't want them to be too dark. And I'm using my Anastasia Brow Wiz in Ash Blonde. And I'm just going to take a teeny little bit of CORK eyeshadow by MAC on an angled brush and just use that to give a little bit more depth on that outside half of the brow, just on the tail end. Onto the eyes, I'm going to prime them first with my NARS Pro Prime. I'm going to take my Mineralized Skin Finish and just buff that right on this inside corner just to take away that kind of purple veiny look I have. Not very attractive. And then I'm going to take some Blanc Type by MAC and just pop that on my brow bone, and this will it'll act as our brow highlight. I'm probably going to add a little bit of a shiny brow highlight a little bit later, but this matte color will help the eyeshadows to blend easier. Onto the lid, I'm going to take MAC's Rice Paper. It looks like she's wearing just a light natural color on the lid, and has a little bit of something in the crease, but then it's all about the liner and the lower lash line. So I'm going to use a pale, Rice Paper is just a pale gold, the kind of a satin sheen. And then I'm going to take a little bit of nylon, which doesn't really look that different to Rice Paper in the pan, but when it goes on, it's so much shinier. I'm going to pop that right on the inside corner and kind of buff it in towards the bridge of the nose to give a really highlighted effect in there. And while I'm at it, while I have the product on the brush actually, I'm just gonna really lightly dust that on the brow bone. Nylon is so shiny, so a little bit does go a really long way, and you can almost like polish it into the skin. The more you buff it, the shinier it seems to get. So just a little bit on the brush and then really buff it on. I'm just going to pop on some lip balm now so it has a bit of time to sink in by the time I get around to my lips. Next I'm going to take a little bit of MAC's Omega eyeshadow and I'm going to use that in the crease. So this really isn't a very creased look. This is just to add a bit of dimension and to stop my eyes looking a bit puffy. So just right in the crease, back and forth. And then because we're doing a flicked out eyeliner, I'm just going to drag it outwards a little bit. I just find this helps to kind of complete the illusion of a more lifted eye. Alright, onto the eyeliner. I'm going to use my L'Oreal gel eyeliner and a really fine MAC 210 brush. So the liner is quite thick in this look. In fact, when her eyes are open, you can't even really see the colour on her eyelids. All you can see is the liner. I'm not sure if I'm going to go that thick on my eye shape, just because it would have to be like super duper thick to create that effect. But I'm definitely going to go a little bit thicker than usual. And then she has quite a bit of a flick. So just looking straight ahead in a mirror, with my head slightly tilted back. Plot in the shape. And then come back in. And I'm actually going to go over that with a liquid liner just so I get a really crisp line, and I'm using the Maybelline Hyper Glossy, which dries to a slightly patent finish, which I think will work well with this look. So now I'm going to take some of my Eye of Horus pencil and tightline the whole way around my waterline. And I'm also going to take my MAC 210 liner with a little bit of the liquid liner on it, so the Maybelline Hyper Glossy, and I'm just going to exaggerate that inside point by coming down. I want to soften the bottom liner a little bit, but I don't want to introduce the colour just yet. So to soften it out, I'm going to take a little bit of the Omega eyeshadow that I used through my crease on a pencil brush and just right in at the roots of the lashes, just go back and forth, and this will ever so slightly smudge that black. So I'm going to be adding a purple colour, which is what Alesha has on, but her purple, it doesn't scream like, oh my god, you're wearing purple eyeshadow. It's just like, oh look, that's purple. Oh, that's quite interesting. You know, it's like a subtle hint. So if I was to use the purple at this point to smudge out the black, it would be too intense. So just using a kind of more neutral flesh tone colour will soften it without introducing too much drama. I'm first going to take MAC's Stars and Rockets as my purple, just on that same pencil brush. I'm going to bring this the whole way across the lash line, save for that very inside corner. And then I'm going to take Fig 1, which is a matte colour, so this is going to come out a bit more intense, and I'm using a softer brush because it's going to come out more intense, and I'm just going to put that on the outside. And then I'm going to use the blending brush I used for my crease. So this has a little bit of Omega on it. Just blend. I'll pop on some mascara. I'm just going to do a light layer of Clump Crusher, and I will definitely be doing lashes. That's pretty much the eyes done. It's not a very complex look, but it's so impactful. Yeah, I really like it. I think it looks even more beautiful on Alesha's very dark eyes as well. So if you have that kind of dark, almost black brown eyes, it looks awesome. I'm going to go back to my skin and I'm going to add a little bit of contour, nothing too crazy. I'm using my NYX Taupe blush and my new favorite contouring brush. This is the ZOEA 109. It's just, look at that perfect little angle it's got, or like edge. Getting right under there. And then I just use my foundation brush to blend. And then for my highlight today, I'm going to use one that I tend to avoid because it sometimes goes wrong on me, but when it goes right, it's so beautiful. It's the Benefit High Beam. And I'm going to pop that on the back of my hand like that, and then use my foundation brush. And these kind of brushes are good with high beam, dense synthetic ones. And I'm just kind of working it into the brush and also taking the excess off. It's a very wet product, so you have to make sure you really take the excess off the brush, otherwise it's going to lift your foundation. But it gives a really lovely pearlescent shine. And I don't want my bronzer to be too dark, so I'm going to use a face powder instead. This is one of the Mineralized skin finishes. This is in medium dark, so just a few shades darker than my skin. And then for my cheek color, I'm going to take MAC's Dainty Blush, which on me comes out as a peachy pink. On kind of warmer tones, skin tones, it's more of a pink pink. Beautiful color though, either way. I'm not going to go too strong because we still have to do the lips and they're quite strong too. So this is pretty much what the look would be like if you just put on a nude or more natural lip. Beautiful look in itself, but I'm going to go the whole hog, do the full Alesha and go for the purple lips. So first I'm going to line my lips and I'm using MAC's Magenta lip pencil. Fill in. And then for my lips, I'm going to use MAC's Violetta. And that is the finished look. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. It's a little bit colorful, but you could adapt it by, you know, just doing a more natural lip. I think it's a really fun kind of, you know, fun clubbing look or something, and great if you want to make your eyes look a little bit longer. That winged outliner really pulls the eye out. So if you did enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I put out tutorials every Monday and Friday, and again, don't forget to check out the blog post if you want to see the full list of products and the picture of Alesha that I was working from. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you very soon. Bye. Hi guys. Today is going to be a little bit more of a talky, chatty video than a tutorial, but today I wanted to talk to you about laser for pigmentation removal. So if you've been watching my tutorials for a while, maybe around 2 years, you would have seen that nearly 2 years ago,